Right, some of us are already thinking
So
about
this is an
Halloween
interview
and
from a few
spooky
years
season.
ago
I'm
when my
keeping my
second book in
costume
my
picked out
series came
now.
out,
A
and
local
I
author
went
is
on the
helping us
air to
all get
talk about
ready.
its
Micah
release.
House just released his second book in his series about the Blanchard witches. He joins us now with
There was a
details. Good
COVID
morning,
scare in the
Micah. How's it
studio that
going?
week,
Morning,
so they
Catherine. It's
did not
great. How
have
are
me
you?
with
Doing
Catherine
well. We're
in the
so glad that
studio.
you're
They
joining
had
us.
me in the
Thank
So,
you for
room
having me
next
back.
door
for those
being
of us
interviewed
who,
remotely,
for
which
those
was
who
really
haven't
good
read the first
because
Blanchard witches, tell us about this family. Introduce us to
I
them.
was on the
So, a
verge
lot of
of
people,
throwing up
freak out
all
when
over
they hear the word
myself,
witches,
all
but
over the
they're a
table,
wonderful,
all over my
typical
books,
Southern
live on
family.
camera.
Very close, a grandmother, her daughter. And they always
My
stick
family
together.
and I had
And
just
when you
come
throw the
home from
magic
Disney
in, it
World,
makes it a
where
lot
I
of fun.
caught a
Oh yeah,
terrible bug
definitely.
from
Yeah, not
somebody,
something
and
uncommon
I
there, but
was
yeah, the
throwing up
magic
all on
too
the
that really
plane
brings this
all night the
to
night
life.
before,
And you
and
can
I
tell
even
that
threw up
you were
twice in the
influenced by
parking
growing up in the
lot
South.
before
Where
I
did you
went
grow
into the
up?
studio.
So I grew
I
up in
was sick.
my characters Seth
But the
and
number
Yasmin
one
are
rule
back from
from
their
my
honeymoon,
publicist is
just in
you
time for a
never
new batch of
cancel
trouble.
interviews.
There's a
It
new
might be your one
mystery.
shot on that
If you,
show,
I don't want to give
and
away
you
too much
always
from the
Sure,
show
first
up,
book,
of
no matter
course.
what the
but there's
conditions.
a mysterious shadow. Horrible screams were coming.
As
So
Catherine, the
she
host,
wondered
asked me
just
to
what
read
they
an
were
excerpt
doing
of
to
the
the poor
book,
person
I
who was
looked
behind
down
her
to the
scream.
pages to begin
She
reading,
wanted to
and
cry, but she
looking
was using
down
mercy
was
as a tool on a
horrible.
nurse.
Again,
Maybe you
I
won't
felt
even
like I'm
know I'm
about to
here.
throw up. On
The
live
nurse was the
TV,
only
all
person
over my
she had
book,
seen
all over
since she
myself.
had been
How
here.
do you
Would
segue
anyone
from
ever
that
come?
on live
Did
television
this
when
place
your
have
guest
any other
just
staff?
projectile vomits all over themselves?
Interesting. So at this point in the book, even if
I
you read
just
the
kept
first
going,
book, you don't
and
really
I
know who she
swallowed it
is,
down
right?
when it started to come up
You
2 or 3
kind of
times,
figured
and then
it
it
Okay.
was
out.
So she
over.
had that
And
intention when
I
you were
was
writing
so
some of these
relieved.
characters, or did they just kind of come out?
They just came out.
I
Sure.
love being
They
interviewed,
write
and from time to
themselves,
time when an
kind of.
interview runs over, it never
I usually
bothers me at
have an
all because I can
outline
keep
for a
talking about
book,
the
and
books
I
forever.
always
But
start
I was
from
so
a
happy this one was
midway
wrapping up.
because it just writes
And
itself
I
in a
have
different
since been on this
direction.
show
Well, you
several
have to
more
listen to the
times and
characters
face to
too,
face
and
with
that's the
Catherine,
hallmark of great
and I have
characters
told
was when
her
they kind of
how
keep you
grateful I
away.
was we were not
But
in
a
the
good
room
And they
show
together
too.
do.
that
They
day
do.
because I
Sometimes I
was
find myself, I don't know how to
terrified of
come out of
getting other
this
people
one, but
sick
I just
or
keep
being sick
following it.
myself.
There you go. They'll
But
they'll
anyway,
leave
a
you
little
to it.
behind the
I
scenes,
love it.
just
Do you
for
see
laughs,
this
that
series becoming
pull it
a
off if you're
TV
on
series or
camera
a
and
movie?
get through it
I
as best
do.
you can.
It's very